Right now. I'm Laura McCluckey.
And I'm Min Soo Shin. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is the second hour of our show. We do hope you're having a pleasant evening.
Yes, it is the 12th of September. It's Tuesday. Guess what?
What?
This is my daughter's first birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday to my 딸, my 아란이.
I know you already did a big celebration.
돌잔치.
Nah,
Yeah, I did.
are you going to do like the day of celebration?
Well, we did it yesterday because Dad went on another business trip, so we did it today.
Nah.
But I may or may not just drink a glass of champagne on my own once everyone else is in bed. May or may not means definitely will.
맞아요. 왜냐면 it wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for you,
It was
right?
I did everything. I did. Okay, so the doctor did some stuff, but I did everything.
I mean,
Congratulations to me.
Yeah. I mean, you did most, let's say.
Shout out to all the moms out there.
Definitely a big shout out,
Listen,
right?
If you know, you know. And by the way, shout out to all the parents and caregivers in general.
맞습니다.
Like, this thing is tough. Keeping other people alive, not easy.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Yeah, it's not a walk in the park.
Entertained, putting them to bed on time, feeding them, cleaning their stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness. Anyway, very happy and very blessed.
네, 생일 축하합니다. But we do want to kick off the second hour of our show with On the Mic.
We do indeed. This is where our reporters head out and interview you, our citizens. So let's see who's on the mic today.
안녕하세요, 제니입니다. 네, 여러분, 평소에 장을 보러 어디를 많이 다니시나요? 저는 보통 큰 대형마트를 자주 가고는 하는데요. 그럴 때마다 정말 이 많은 물건들을 어떤 분들께서 정리를 해주시나 혹은 어떻게 판매를 하시는지 궁금해할 때가 많았는데요. 오늘은 이런 물품들을 또 진열하고 판매하고 계시는 진열 판매사원 윤부혜 선생님 모시고 인터뷰 진행해 보겠습니다. 안녕하세요.
안녕하십니까. 대형마트에서 근무하는 윤부혜라고 합니다.
네, 반갑습니다. 이 진열 판매 사원이라는 게 사실 일반 분들에게는 다소 생소할 수 있을 것 같아요.
네, 대형마트에서 고객님들이 필요한 것이 있어서 매장에 방문하시면 팀별로 인원이 나누어져서 물건이 빠지거나 또 부족한 부분들을 후방 창고에서 가지고 와서 진열하는 일입니다. 진열하는 중에 또 고객님들이 궁금해하시거나 또 의문나는 부분이 있으면 물어보시면 또 설명도 해드리고 무엇이 필요한지 어디에 사용하는지 그 제품에 대한 안내와 설명도 해드립니다.
그렇군요. 정말 사실 이런 큰 대형마트에는 워낙 정말 종류도 다양하고 많은 물품들이 있어서 이걸 관리해 주시는 분들이 너무너무 중요할 것 같은데 그런 중요한 역할을 또 하고 계셨군요. 네, 그렇다면 이런 진열 판매사원은 어떤 근무 형태를 가지고 있나요?
네, 기본적으로는 주 5일 근무제를 택하고 있고요. 또 마트 특성상 일요일날도 근무를 해야 하기 때문에 팀원들과 조율해서 스케줄을 짭니다. 그리고 평일 중 이틀은 휴무로 정하고 있습니다.
일반 직장 같은 경우에는 주말에는 보통 다 쉬는 날로 지정이 되어 있는데 그런 분들이 오히려 주말에 장도 보고 이렇게 하면서 정말 너무나도 중요한 그런 역할을 하고 계신 분인 것 같습니다. 네, 그렇다면 또 한 가지 문제점이 있죠. 이 요즘 서비스직에 있어서 굉장히 많은 또 불쾌한 문제들로 감정 노동이라는 말이 또 생겨났는데 아무래도 해당 일도 서비스직이다 보니 분명 이런 문제들이 생겼던 적이 있을 것 같아요. 근데 기억에 남았던 좀 가장 힘들었던 그런 손님이 있으실까요?
네, 맞습니다. 일도 힘든 부분이 있지만 고객분들이 감정적으로 힘들게 할 때도 많죠. 특히 물건을 고장내서 오셔서 반품이 안 된다고 하면 소리를 지르고 높은 사람 데리고 오라고 하시거나 간혹 말하는 눈빛이나 목소리 등이 마음에 안 든다고 기분 나쁘다고 좀 저희들 감정을 좀 많이 힘들게 하시죠.
그쵸. 정말 그런 분들이 간혹 보이시는 것 같아요. 그런데 저희 모두 같은 사람이고 정말 누군가의 어머니 혹은 누군가의 딸 누군가의 친구, 정말 소중한 사람일 수 있는데 그런 부분에 있어서는 우리 많은 분들 신경을 많이 써주시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 네, 그렇다면 반대로 또 굉장히 좋은 기억으로 남는 손님이 계실 것 같아요. 그런 분이 계실까요?
네, 생각보다 많습니다. 당연히 제가 할 일을 해드리는데도 고생하신다, 또 감사하다 얘기해 주시는 고객님들도 계십니다. 그럴 땐 저희도 고객님께 감사하고 뿌듯한 마음이 들고요. 더 친절하게 대해야겠다는 생각을 합니다.
네, 맞습니다. 이렇게 또 중요한 역할을 해주고 계신데 저희가 장을 보거나 뭔가 이런 일을 할 때 있어서 정말 없어서는 안 될 분들입니다. 그런 분들께 이렇게 한 번씩 오며 가며 수고하십니다 이렇게 따뜻하게 말 한마디 건네는 것도 너무 좋은 기억으로 서로에게 너무 좋은 기억으로 남을 수 있을 것 같네요. 네, 이제 마지막 질문인데요. 마지막으로 이 일을 하시면서 어떤 순간에 가장 자부심을 느끼고 또 뿌듯한 마음이 생기시나요?
매장이 깨끗하게 잘 정리동분되어서 제가 보기에 만족스러울 때 뿌듯한 기분이 들고요. 내가 이걸 해냈네 하면서 고생한 보람을 느낍니다.
네, 맞습니다. 저희 모두가 그렇듯 여기 계신 윤부예 선생님께서도 내가 맡은 일을 잘 해냈을 때, 그럴 때 가장 뿌듯함을 느끼신다고 하는데요. 네, 여러분 앞으로 이렇게 장을 보러 가시거나 물건을 사러 가셨을 때 이런 진열 판매 사원님들이 계시면 정말 오며 가며 따뜻한 한마디 해주시면 서로가 정말 기분 좋은 장보기 그리고 또 일을 하실 수 있을 것 같습니다. 네, 오늘 함께 해주셔서 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
감사합니다. I love it. I love these interviews. I love hearing all the stories of Busan 시민들.
맞아요. So our reporter Jenny today,
Yeah.
speaking with our special guest who I feel like even on a daily basis, a person like this is a part of like your daily life, right? So our special guest, Miss Yoon Bu-ye-nim, who works as a sales clerk at a major supermarket, right? And these are the people that help, people like if you are interested in like an item, they kind of like either help you look for it or they go to the back and bring it up for you, right? So yeah, these are people that, you come across, you interact with every day, but you don't really think about like what they go through in terms of not only their work, right? But just, what they're going through as a person.
I love her name as
네.
well.
윤부예님, right? 아주 이쁜
It
이름입니다.
reminds me of Booyah, which makes me feel excited.
Like booyah? Like shushabuya roll call?
That should be your roll call. That only exists in America. But like Booyah, like bam, Booyah.
그렇구나.
윤부예.
Yeah, if a
I
name
love
gets you
that.
excited,
부예,
right?
So 예쁘다.
네.
Anyway, but she's a display sales clerk, and you know it is. It's one of those things that is an art form because you've got to be able to convey something that is aesthetically pleasing.
Oh, yeah.
And not only just helping people find what they want, but also being part of the sales that take place in the shop. Because if things are not displayed
Oh, yeah.
appropriately, there's a whole science behind it.
맞아요.
They have like these psychological teams talking about how you can, up your sales by putting XYZ at the front of the
Yeah.
shop, back of the shop,
Yeah.
etc. So she does work on the weekends, but she gets 2 weekdays off. Would you like to do that?
No, I'm so used to my weekends,
Right?
I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough.
But, her job also has downsides. She mentioned, it's very challenging for her when customers basically bring in something that they want to exchange or refund,
Yeah.
but they can't because, it's
broken, used,
yeah,
dirty.
right? And, of course, customers get upset. I don't want to say of course. They do
Some
get upset.
customers get upset. Yes.
But on the flip side of that, she did mention the words of encouragement, appreciation from customers she also gets. And that's what kind of, gets her through. It's the most rewarding part of her work.
Yeah. And, she does like her job. She likes to keep the store neat and tidy. And she feels good.
Yeah.
And she likes that part of it.
Yeah.
I think that's the measure of a good job, right? A job that you can leave at the end of the day and
Yeah.
feel good about.
Yeah. Because it's like something you could actually see.
Yeah.
Right? Oh.
Well, it's not about the money. It's not about the status. It's about like, do you actually feel happy at the end of the day? Do you feel happy in the morning when you wake up and go to work, or do you dread it?
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's different for everybody. So,
But it's important. It's
Very
something too important to consider when it comes to a
yes.
job. But
Yes.
부예님, she does understand the hardships that comes with her job, but she also finds the rewarding aspect of it.
Yeah.
I think that's what keeps her going, right?
yeah.
Thank you so much, our special guest, Yoon 부예님, and to our reporter, Jenny. That was today's On the Mic.
It was indeed. All right, let's play another song. Are all of your songs today city pop?
Well, up to this one is.
Okay, so
right?
up next we've got Georgie or 조지 with 오랜만에.
나의 머릿결을 스쳐가는 이 바람이 좋은걸 그 누구에게도 설명할 수 없는 이 기분 너의 마음은 벌써 이 도시에 나의 가슴 속을 메워주는 이 불빛이 좋은걸 아무에게라도 말해주고 싶은 이 기분 Oh yeah 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 마음은 벌써 이 도시에 지나쳐가는 사람들의 흥겨운 모습 나를 비웃는 가로등의 고독한 미소 나는 또 뒤돌아보지만 내게 남아있는 건 그리움 오랜만에 느껴보는 no no 이런 기분 오랜만에 느껴보는 이런 기분 지나쳐가는 사람들의 흥겨운 모습 나를 비웃는 가로등의 고독한 미소 나는 또 뒤돌아보지만 내게 남아있는 건 그리움 오랜만에 느껴보는 이런 기분 오랜만에 느껴보는 이런 기분 Oh yeah 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 느껴보는 이런 기분
Oh, I feel like that's a little bit too. It's not city pop for me. This is like elevator music.
Oh, I mean, they sometimes play city pop and elevator music as elevator music.
Yeah,
too.
I feel like I'm in a lounge that I don't necessarily want to be in.
So what city pop is actually a genre of music that started in Japan, but it's supposed to be like, yeah, just upbeat, feel-good music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
but,
Cosneem agrees with you.
oh,
I like your song choices today, Minsu. Good vibes.
good vibes indeed, Costume. I do like the fact that you're enjoying my song choices. Thank you.
I would say not so much for me. They're a bit bland. That's the word I'm looking for. There's nothing that really hooks me to it.
Note to self: never play city pop in front of Laura ever again.
It's not that I don't like it because I love Angmyu.
Oh, no. Angmyu wasn't really just it was just good, happy, feel-good songs to
Yeah.
play in the beginning.
But like, I feel like city pop for me is a bit too nondescript. You know, it's a bit too blah.
Bland.
Yeah.
Everything's just the same.
Give me some of the darkness. Just listen to the rhythm of your heart.
Well, sorry to, inject a little bit of, good vibes into your day.
Listen, I had lots of good vibes into my day. You're bringing me down with this music. No, I'm just kidding. It's beautiful music and we love the artists and it's very important that we play a wide range of music because there's so much out there.
Yeah, and you say that after everything you said about...
I have to say it as kind of like a disclaimer at the end of all the mean stuff I say to make people think I'm not really mean.
No.
Does it work?
Well, after you say that, not really. But I'm glad you put the disclaimer out there. 7:16 here in the studio, second hour of Inside Out Busan. I'm Min-Soo Shin.
I'm Laura McCluckey. It's time for us to check out the weather and the traffic.
네.
It's not really changed much for me in terms of weather. So it's 27 degrees Celsius on average here in Busan. Morning lows of 24 degrees Celsius tomorrow morning. Afternoon highs of 29. Busan will have grey and cloudy skies tomorrow. Morning and evening temperatures will be a little bit cooler, but not really much to report. Really, 내일 부산은 흐리겠습니다. 아침 저녁으로 쌀쌀하겠습니다.
네.
24 degrees is not really 살살.
Yeah, and then you add the humidity with that.
Yeah, it's still humid.
It's
Isn't
not
it?
not sweater weather yet.
Aye.
Outside.
Aye.
네. When it comes to our traffic, we have congestion on 번영로 from the 구서 interchange towards 금정 police station. There's also congestion on 낙동북로 from 구포대교 going towards 구포대교 junction. Slow-moving traffic on 해운대 해변로 from 해운대 fire station going towards the 수영 요트 경기장. And unfortunately, a report of an accident, a trailer and car collision. This is on 충장대로 from Busan station going towards 오부두. That's pier number 5. The collision happened in the second and third lane near Busan Station. So everybody,
Please do drive safe.
부탁드릴게요.
민수님.
네.
민수신.
네.
There's lots of messages on the 너튜브.
Shall I read a couple of them?
Yeah, there's lots of Korean ones. I can't read that.
Yeah, well, Jubro님 is commenting on, because we talked about our special guest for On the Mic works in the service sector. Jubro님 says, 최근에 팁 문화가 한국에서 일어나고 화제가 되고 있습니다. So the tipping culture is somewhat of a hot topic.
It's an issue.
Yes,
We
issue
talked about
here
it
in
last
Korea.
week.
While I wasn't
When
here.
you weren't here.
What's been going down?
You've been missing everything.
네. But 주보님 also commenting 타인을 존중하고 배려하는 마음을 가진다면 서비스직에 고충이 말하지 않을까 싶네요. So yeah, if we just have the mindset of just respecting one another, just because you're a customer and you're paying for a product / service doesn't give you all the right in the world to treat the person who's providing that service or product any way you want.
I tell you a terrible story. My friend owns a 피부과, and so the doctor is a guy and the wife is my friend, and she's at the front of house, and she says that she gets a lot of people who want to come and do treatments faster than they're comfortable with. They're like, I want to do it 3 times this week, and they're like, no, you have to wait because your skin needs time to heal. And then so they use up half of their stuff and then they want a refund. They're like, no, you can't do that. You can either finish your course or that's it.
Yeah.
And so I was in there one time and this woman was screaming at my friend. My friend was chill. She was super chill and there was other customers in there. And I just thought, you must be living in a very stressed mindset for that kind of thing to make you so upset. Like, to be so 급해 or so eager to be angry about things. And I feel bad for rude customers because if that's what's making you upset, then there's things that are going on.
맞아요.
You know?
Let's not be like that.
Let's not be like
everybody has tough days. Everybody has hard
Absolutely.
days. Everybody's stressed, right? But don't take that stress out on other people, especially,
People in the service who are there to
Yeah.
help you.
Yeah, who they're trying to help you, right? If you make things comfortable, they'll do their best to make things comfortable, and that's a cycle that you want to be in.
서로 배려하면
네,
돼요.
맞습니다. 주부님, thank you so much for your thoughts. I think that's something that we could all, take to heart and consider.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Do you think I'm a good customer or a bad customer?
Oh,
I think you would tama everything.
Oh yeah.
Even if the service was really bad, I think you would be like, 또 오지 말자.
맞아요. Exactly. 그냥 I'm never giving them my business ever again.
Yeah.
But thank you, 잘 먹었습니다. So I would say that on the way now. 네.
I wouldn't.
I think you'd be a little bit more vocal.
I'd be like, excuse me, this is terrible. This tastes terrible. Is it? I did it recently. A place claiming that they were serving potatoes when it was packet mash. Yeah.
That's
called
false
them out.
advertisement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It happened today, but my wife does the stuff you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. We ordered something and they didn't have the bits and pieces of the squid that was supposed to be in
Yeah.
whatever dish. And she said something and they apologized.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was me, I was like, oh, they didn't put the squid in there.
또 원하나. I'm not coming back here.
Or, if it's good, I'll let it slide one time.
Maybe they'll put it in next time.
Right. I hope, right? I can only wish.
This is so sweet.
네, 7:22. It's Tuesday,
It is
right?
indeed.
Folks, if you are curious when it comes to just your overall health, today we're focusing on something that I know for sure each and every one of you have experienced in your life.
Yes.
Maybe even today.
Yes.
When's the last time you experienced this?
Not for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This, for me, it was like, what's it? It was during my time in America. And I remember exactly after what meal I had Mexican. And this happened to me.
Oh, I see.
We're going to be talking about hiccups today with our in-studio certified doctor, Dr. Liu. Shall we?
Yeah. It's time for Dr. Liu's 인싸의학.
Dr. Liu.
안녕하세요.
I love to be in this studio.
Yeah.
여러분들 반갑습니다.
반갑습니다.
I was so tired.
Are you sure you're
Yeah.
Pangoa to
Yes,
be in the
I'm
studio?
really
Look at what it says on his t-shirt. Vacay state. He's already vacated or he's already on vacation.
여기 있으면 정말 새로운 에너지를 갖다가 rejuvenated, feeling re-energized.
Good.
Good. Yes. 오늘은 이거 하는 거 할 거예요.
Hiccups.
맞아요. We all experience it. 네. Dr. Yu, when's the last time you got hiccups?
Maybe about several months back, I was having really spicy 청양고추. And then I hiccuped. Okay. I'm not a hot food eater, but sometimes I'm craving for it. So a hot, spicy food might trigger hiccups. And also, yes, carbonated beverages. It's not good for our teeth. But sometimes I'm very itching for it. So,
I drink. What about carbonated water?
yeah, I try that. And sometimes I kind of gulp down, like guzzle down. And then I need to burp, but was so huge gas in my stomach. That's a hiccup came first. So I thought my belly was about to explode.
Yeah.
하지만 그치만 정말 이런 마시고 트름할 때 기분이 정말 끝내주죠.
네.
시원하다.
So as a kid, like the method of burping, I caught on really late. 트름하는 방법을 이렇게 제가 어렸을 때 잘 몰랐거든요. And every time I would get hiccups, I would be like inhaling, swallowing air a little bit, and it was so uncomfortable
I just
for
burp
me.
now.
네.
Goodness.
But I know how to, release gas, burp now, so it's not really a problem. But I don't like it when I get hiccups.
But here's my question. A lot of people don't know what are hiccups.
What are hiccups? Before we delve into that,
네.
are we missing out on something?
아직은.
You know, we tried
We
to.
almost got
yeah,
there.
we almost got you, Dr. Liu. But no, this is of course a staple. So we do have to get to today's 아재 개그.
그래요. 아재 개그.
네.
아재.
의사
자,
개그입니다,
아재예요.
의사 개그.
예. 이거 저희 아들이 만들었어요. 자, 한국말로 해야 돼 이거는요. 100 곱하기 100 곱하기 100 곱하기 100번 하면 어떻게 되게요?
100 곱하기
100 곱하기 100 곱하기 100번. 그거를 100번 한다.
예.
100 곱하기 100번 한다. 이거 뭐지?
1000 곱하기.
뭡니까?
배꼽에 피나요.
배를 배꼽
100 곱하기 100 곱하기 100 곱하기.
아, if you pick your belly button.
예,
배꼽 파기.
파기.
배꼽 파기.
Digging your belly button. 100
100번 하면 100번 하면 100번 한 방에 100번 하면 네, 조금 따가울 것 같습니다.
네.
네.
정말 크리에이티브하지 않나요?
크리에이티브 하죠.
I just
Okay.
don't understand it. So I don't understand the words.
오케이.
I don't get it. But
Okay.
I think it's creative.
Yes. 파기 means digging. 배꼽 means belly.
Yeah.
Yeah. 곱하기 means multiply.
Yeah. I mean, I know that. I just didn't get the.
Okay. I hope me giving you this kind of 아재 개그 doesn't give you
Hiccups.
It
My
almost
brain
might.
hiccup.
It almost
Yeah.
might. But yes, going back to hiccups, today's
Okay.
feature.
Yeah.
What are hiccups exactly?
히컵은요 딸꾹질인데요. 딸꾹질. 딸꾹질은 뭐냐면요. It's a involuntary contractions of our diaphragm. Diaphragm is the muscle layer that separates our chest and our lungs from our abdomen.
Yes.
자, 우리나라 말로 하면은 diaphragm은 횡격막이에요. 횡격막이 맛있어요. 돼지고기의 횡격막이 뭔지 아세요?
Oh, that's actually a part.
The pig's diaphragm.
예, pig's diaphragm. 이 비싼 맛있는 거예요.
I
아주.
didn't know that was
진짜?
something that we ate or could eat.
이거
You can eat.
갈매기살이에요.
아, 이게 갈매기살이에요?
예.
오.
그래서 지방도 별로 없고요.
네.
살이 많아요. It's a really delicious, yummy part of our pork. Not our pork. My pork? No, I'm not a pork.
Just pork.
Just pork. Yes. 그래서 갈매기살인데 횡격막이 뭐냐면요.
네.
여러분들 숨을 들어 마셔보세요. When you inhale it, what happens to your belly?
It comes out.
inflates.
It inflates
Or it
or
doesn't
expands.
really inflate. It expands. It's a shape change.
예, 그게 생기는 이유가 횡격막이 갈매기살이 밑으로 쭉 내려가서 누르는 거예요. 그러니까 나올 곳이 벨리가 나오는 거죠. 쭉 횡격막이. 그 다음에 여러분 숨을 쭉 내쉬어보는 거예요. Exhale. 하면은 벨리가 어떻게 될까요? 예,
Smaller.
It
예, 가라앉죠.
Contracts.
Contracts.
네,
예,
네.
이거 배꼽이 등짝에 닿는다 그렇게 됐으면 좋겠지만 이렇게 닿는 거죠. 이게 횡격막이에요. 횡격막. 근데 그게 갑자기 컨트랙션 하게 되면 여러분도 숨 쉬다 이렇게 되는 거죠.
네.
그렇게 되는 걸 바로 날꾹질이라고 합니다.
And anybody can get hiccups, right? It doesn't matter the condition of your health,
Yeah.
right? Young or old, everybody gets hiccups.
맞습니다. 다 하죠. 예, 아기들도 하고. 예, 근데 어떤 상황에서 히컵을 할까? What kind of situation you are likely to experience hiccups?
So like eating something and you you react weird to it.
Yeah.
Like spicy food.
Or for example, if you eat something like sweet potato and you're trying to swallow it and it kind of gets, you know how sweet potato, it kind of gets stuck? It doesn't get stuck in your throat, but it's like difficult to swallow. And so you're like...
너무 퍽퍽하니까.
So you're kind of forcing it down.
Yeah.
And then it becomes like this reaction of like the muscle is trying to like push it out or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
맞아요.
But there's a
따뜻하더라.
myth.
이건 미스 아니에요. 정말 맞는 말이에요.
No. There's a myth about being cold, right?
Being cold.
Causing hiccups?
Yeah.
I've heard that too, actually.
That's harmony myth.
Kind of makes sense. A little
No.
bit.
A little bit.
네, 제가 근데요, as a neurologist, 이건 얘기해야 될 것 같아요. 여러분, 딱꼭질 하게 되면은
네.
신경과한테 자문이 와요. 그리고 실제로 제 환자들 중에서도 I've seen many hiccup patients. And when I was working as a resident in a trainee course in medical school, I admitted I saw a patient who had been hiccuping for several days, and then he was quite old, and he was diabetic, and he had high blood pressure, and he had smoked a lot, so he had a high risk of cardiovascular disease. So I admitted him, and the next morning, when I was making my rounds with my professor, I saw him. He was about to get suffocated. He was apnea, about to die. And then I intubated. I put a tube on his trachea, and then transferred him to the ICU. And then the diagnosis was a stroke. 그런 게 있을 수 있어요. 하지만 이거 제가 무슨 말이냐면은 딸꾹질이 며칠간 됐는데 고혈압도 있고 당뇨도 있고 그런 분이었는데 히컵을 계속하다 나중에 뇌졸중이 왔어요. 뇌졸중 때문에 히컵을 했어요. 이거 전문의 시험에 나오는 건데 뇌졸중이 이제 뇌관경색이라고 뇌에서 그런 경색이 오는 경우가 있어요. 그리고 또 히컵이 계속될 때 이제 신경과로 의뢰가 되는데요. 여하간 오늘 아까 제가 히컵하는 원인에 대해서 스파이시한 거 먹을 때도 있고 또 방금 러라가 이제 고구마 먹다가 목이 막 팍팍팍팍 맥힐 때 생기는 이유인데 딴따란 Dr. Yu's neuroanatomy class. Okay. Phrenic nerve is a 갈매기살 횡격막. 횡격막을 컨트롤하는 nerve가 phrenic nerve.
The phrenic nerve, so
Yes,
controls
phrenic.
the movement of the diaphragm.
That's right. Phrenic nerve runs just right by our esophagus. 우리 식도 옆으로 지나가거든요.
Okay.
근데 when your esophagus gets irritated by ingesting some spicy food or some stuff got stuck between your esophagus, that esophagus kind of irritates the nearby or adjacent or neighborhood structures like phrenic nerve.
Like the nerve.
That's right. So that's why if you eat spicy food or if you drink a lot of carbonated foods or some problems with your esophagus, like peristalsis movement거든요. 이게 대변 볼 때 이렇게 창자가 꿈틀꿈틀 지렁이가 기어가듯이 이렇게 내려가면서 이제 움직여야 되는데 그게 안 될 때 뭔가 가슴이 답답하고 막 그 딱딱한 거 막 고구마나 아니면은 그 계란 노른자 같은 거 퍽퍽한 거 먹으면 가슴이 이때 막 답답할 때 그때 이제 히컵할 수도 있어요.
네.
예.
It makes sense. So one common way I get hiccups is when I'm drinking something a little too quickly and 마시는 거랑 숨 쉬는 거 이렇게 겹칠 때, so I would cough up the water, but then that would cause hiccups.
맞아요.
Like half the time I do, do
Dr.
that.
민수, you're not mean, 수.
Well, thank you. I guess.
He's not. He's very kind.
It's very kind. Okay. 맞아요. 그래서 그렇게 하는 경우 있겠고 또 어떤 경우에는 이제 약물도 있어요. 약물도 있고요.
네.
또 그다음에 아주 애시드한 drinks, 애시드한 거는 이제 아주 산이 강한 것들 먹었을 때에도 esophagus, lower part of our esophagus gets irritated and then you might end up having hiccups. 이렇게 해서 히컵을 할 수가 있겠는데요. 그 또 놀라운 사실은 이게 phrenic nerve를 건드릴 수 있는 여러 가지 상황이 있어요.
네.
어떤 상황이 있을 것 같아요?
몰라요.
Lung cancer?
닥터 민수.
Oh, really?
맞아요.
Wow. I'm on my game today.
맞아. 미디어스타이널 캔서라고 밑에 있는 거라든지 스페셜 캔서라든지
네.
또는 프레닉 아까 전에 갈매기살에 이 균이 들어가가지고
네.
거기에 앱세스 같이 이렇게 고름이 차는 경우에도 딱꼭질을 계속 할 수가 있어요. 그래서 딱꼭질이 멈추지 않으면은 병원에 와야지 돼요.
네.
딱꼭질 별거 아닌 것 같지만 글쎄요.
How long is it that you should be concerned and thinking about going to the hospital?
저는요 24시간 지속되면은 오라고는 얘기는 하지만 just for 24 more than 24 hours.
Yeah.
But if it bothers or if it interferes with your daily activity, please don't hesitate to come to my office.
How annoying would it be to have hiccups for more than like a few minutes?
Yeah.
But do you know, I can control my hiccups. If I get the hiccups, I can get rid of them.
Really?
Very easily, yeah.
어떻게요?
Breathing.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say to you. 맞아요, 제가 이거 하려고 했어요. 자, 그럼 우리
You just
히컵에
took his
대해서
thunder,
Sorry.
Laura.
어떻게?
I stole your thunder.
Yeah.
오케이. breathe 어떻게 하는지 is there a specific method you breathe?
So it depends. What I can do is sometimes I'll interrupt the pattern and I'll just kind of like, I'll just interrupt it like this. And then I'll breathe very, very, very slowly and send my brain into my breath like, or I'll just breathe very, very slowly and very smoothly and I'll breathe through my diaphragm. So diaphragmatic breathing.
이건 맞아요. 우리가 히컵 제가 얘기했지만 브레인에서도 히컵이 일어나거든요. 아까 얘기했듯이 stroke patients might present with the hiccups, and also the cancer patients near brain nerve might end up having hiccups. 그래서 머리에서도 생기는 거거든요. 머리에서. 그래서 if you distract your brain, or if you break the circuit which controls hiccups, you can relieve hiccups.
Yeah.
그래서 우리가 때리는 것도 있고 깜짝 놀라는 것도 있잖아요.
그 깜짝 놀라는 거 많이 하잖아요.
네, 그것도 많이 하죠.
네.
야, 팍 하는 것도 있고.
My parents used the method where they would get me all riled up. Like you know, we'd be in a car and they notice I have the hiccups. And then, you know, my dad or mom would suddenly go, like, oh, like, who passed gas? 이 냄새가 뭐야? 민수 너지? I was like, 나 아니었어, right? And I would get so riled up, and then after my, you know, whole thing, they'd be like, are your hiccups still there? I'd be like,
Oh, it's gone.
no, it's gone.
Wow.
Yeah, but then that's causing stress in the body. That's like, is that not worse? That's a release of cortisol into your child's body. I don't know if that's good.
I think that's a good idea because the higher the stress level goes up, the more you're relieved. Yes, 항상 이건 항상 음과 양이 있죠. 이렇게 스트레스
네.
받으면 그만큼 더 relieve 해질 수가 있죠.
네, so breathing
Yeah, breathing.
and I guess, you know, the couple things that we mentioned is something that does hinder or changes our breathing patterns. What are other things? Are you doing that right now? I was like, is there a leak? Yeah, you know, a
Me.
gas leak.
I'm breathing.
Nah. But are there other methods, you know, in terms of treating hiccups that we could try on our own?
오케이. 우리 신경을 넘어가게 하는 것 중에 하나가 아이스 큐브가 있어요, 여러분.
Oh.
아이스 큐브를 먹는 거예요. 아니면 콜드 워터를 갖다가 그냥 물을 벌컥벌컥 마시는 거예요.
Oh, I haven't heard of this.
네.
Drinking cold water.
여러분 따다란 제가 하나 공개할게요. 이거는 정말 이건 100%는 아니고 99.9% you might be successful treating or getting rid of your hiccups. Please pass me over, hand me over the glass of the bottle.
My bottle?
Yes, bottle. 여러분 이거 보이는 라디오가 있으면 좋겠지만 usually when you drink water, a glass of water, you drink from the side of the glass of the brim that's facing, that's right in closest the front of your.
Drinking upside down.
Oh yeah, that's similar. Yeah, they don't, but rather than drinking from the brim that's facing you, drinking from the opposite side.
Of the brim?
Of the brim.
Drink upside down.
Yeah.
So you're like this.
You have to. Yeah, that's right. You have to bend your neck like this,
Yeah.
and then drink it from the opposite side.
Oh.
Well, I tried this one,
네.
but when I drank it, the water came
Comes
from
out
my
your nose. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I used to get told to do that a lot by my mom and my aunt and my grandma, and it used to always work. Every
So
time.
you would waterboard yourself,
No.
kind of.
거꾸로 마시게 되면, 그러니까 여러분들 물컵을 갖다가 앞쪽으로 마시지 않고 뒤로 마시게 되려고 그러면은 고개를 숙여가지고 거꾸로 해야지 되거든요.
네.
그럼 목이 딱 숙여져요.
네.
그러면 기도가 막혀서 말이 잘 안 나오게 되는데 그렇게 해서 하게 되면은 여러분들 일단은 식도가 늘어나게 되겠고 자세한 메커니즘은 제가 본 건 아니지만 my inefficient, brain inefficient, my way of analysis of it is extending our esophagus and then using another extra muscle when you're trying to drink water from the other side. 그래서 it kind of distracts our nerve circuits that are responsible for hiccups. 그래서 그렇게 하면은 아주 드라마틱하게 없어진대요. 네, I've never tried this one, but well, 99.9% I would sure.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't give you any relief when it comes to getting rid of your hiccups, please visit doctors, especially neurologists.
Can they give you medicine for it?
맞는 말이에요. 약물을 주기도 합니다. Neurologist thinks that it's a kind of a little bit unexpected, unwanted electric activity. We prescribe some anti-epileptic medicines for those patients with hiccups. 그러니까 항정간제, 항경련제 같은 걸 주기도 하고요. 그 다음에 또 클로로프로마틴이라고 하는 특별한 그 신경 중추 CNS suppressant를 줄 수가 있습니다. 여기서 speaking of 항정간제, anti-epileptic medicine, 여러분 뇌경련, 뇌전증 치료제로 쓰는 약들이 내가 무슨 옛날에는 we Koreans used the term 간질. 간질 is very derogatory term referring to patients with epilepsy or seizure disorder. We don't use it anymore. 뇌전증이라고 하는데요.
네.
이런 뇌전증 약은 사실은 뇌전증으로 많이 처방되기보다는 이런 통증이라든지 페인이라든지 아니면 이런 신경에 관련된 unwanted electricity를 calm down하는 soothing하는 그런 역할을 해주기 때문에 약물에 대해서 이거 뇌전증 약이네 이런 선입견은 없었으면 좋겠습니다. I digressed a little bit. Let me get back on track. Some medicines are prescribed for patients with hiccups. 예, 그렇다는 걸 아셨으면 좋겠습니다.
So what about like long-term hiccups?
Long-term hiccups. Well,
Go see a doctor?
yeah.
Yeah, go see a doctor.
Go to you.
그 다음에 또 원인을 찾아야 되죠. Secondary cause. 아까
Yeah.
얘기했듯이 캔서라든지 아니면 스트로크라든지 다른 원인이라든지 그런 걸 해서 CT도 찍게 되기도 하고 뭐 엔도스코피도 하게 되겠고 브레인 MRI 스캔도 하게 되겠고 그런 역할을 해서 코오퍼레이티브 워크가 되게 중요해요. 그래서 이 이비인후과 의사도 봐야지 되고 신경과 의사도 봐야지 되고 호흡기내과 의사도 봐야지 되겠고 그 다음에 소화기내과 의사도 봐야 되겠고 신경과 의사도 봐야 되겠고 약간 hiccups 오늘은 정리를 잠깐 해볼게요.
네.
hiccup 다
Usually they're
생길 수
fine, right? Usually it's not a
Usually
big
fine.
deal.
Yeah.
Not
And
big
they just go
deal.
away. Yeah. But how long is the longest person ever had hiccups, do you know?
Yes, I looked it up on the internet. Wait for it.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
60 years.
60 years?
60 years? My
대단하죠.
goodness.
That's
60분 동안 했대요. 와, 놀랍죠.
60년 동안.
60년 동안 맞아요.
Oh my gosh.
그게 이제 기네스 월드 레코드라고 하고 여러분들 이거를 정말 깨고 싶으시면은 도전해 봅시다.
That's not a good record to
Yeah, no,
have.
that's not.
Yeah.
That would be so annoying.
하지만 don't be worried.
Yeah.
왜냐면은 닥터는 의사들은 항상 worst case scenario를 생각해요.
맞아요.
If you have a nosebleed, we might think of some kind of a leukemia or some kind of a platelet dysfunction. That's for us to worry about.
Yeah.
Just for you to just relax and enjoy your life.
네.
Absolutely.
All right. Dr. Yu, hiccups.
Hiccups.
We covered today. Everybody has them or everybody gets them. Right?
맞습니다.
Yeah.
So it's good to kind of do a deep dive a little bit into why we get hiccups and what can be done about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you,
nice.
Dr. Liu.
Dr. Liu, thank you so much.
As always, my pleasure.
네. Dr. Liu, we will see you back here next week for another round of 인싸의학. Until then, Dr. Liu, the next song we're going to play is actually dedicated to you because you have a very gifted musician friend that you want to introduce to us, right?
예, 저의 아는 친구분인데
네.
옛날에 사랑과 평화라는 아주 유명한 밴드가 있었어요. 거기서 이제 그 손모양 기타리스트하고 같이 기타를 쳤던 조범진
네.
씨의 솔로 앨범 중에 실린 곡인데 이 노래 가사가 정말 좋아요.
네.
여러분들 퇴근하시는데 힘이 됐으면 하면 좋겠습니다.
네.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
조범진의 내일을 꿈꾼다.
네.
Right? Dreaming of tomorrow. That's such a like encouraging and such an upbeat song we're listening to
I can
right
feel
now. 네. Dr. Yu, we'll see you back here next week, okay?
네, 감사합니다.
Thank you.
Bye.
네.
Folks, enjoy the song. We'll be back.
내일은 다를 거라는 기대에 다시 힘을 내지만 내 앞에 놓여진 현실 그건 피할 수 없는 걸 알잖아 다 잘 될 거야 이젠 해낼 거야 다짐을 해보자 피곤한 날이 지나고 또 할 앞으로 간다. 고난이 찾아와도 난 이 세상을 이겨낸다. 할 수 있다고 외쳐봐. Try. 한동안 잊고 지냈던 나의 그것과 수많은 계획들 하나 둘 꺼내어 조각해본다. 미래를 건네다. 피곤한 날이 지나고 또 하루를 시작해본다. 늘 그랬듯이 앞으로 간다. 고난이 찾아와도 난 이 세상을 이겨낸다. 할 수 있다고 외쳐본다. I can do it. 노래 부른다. 피곤한 날이 지나고 또 하루를 시작해본다. 늘 그랬듯이 앞으로 간다. 고난이 찾아와도 세상을 이긴다. 할 수 있다고 외쳐봐. Try.
안녕하세요. 고품격 영어 방송 인싸의학 부산의 품격 있는 Writer Steve입니다. Winners of Inside Out Busan listeners participation segment will get full course meal voucher from Golden Lizzie, a gourmet restaurant in 거제동 and 연산동, where you can taste cuisine from Michelin Guide featured Chef Kim. 미슐랭 셰프의 파인 레스토랑 골든 리지에서 10만 원 외식 상품권. A place to entertain your brain and eyes. Museum of Illusions. 당신의 눈과 뇌를 즐겁게 하는 곳. Museum of Illusion 부산 착시미술관 입장권. 언제나 맛있는 커피를 신선하게 만드는 양산에 위치한 인투 로스터리. Coffee voucher and a pack of fresh coffee whole beans sponsored by Into Roastery in Yangsan. A delicious brunch for two from Gorilla Brewing Busan, Gwangan branch, the leader of Korean handmade beer culture. 수제 맥주 전문점 고릴라 브루잉 부산에서 제공하는 식사권. We prepare admission tickets for the Busan X the Sky Top Floor Observatory, which is located at LCT in Haeundae, the highest place in Busan. 부산 대표 랜드마크 해운대 LCT에 위치한 하늘 위의 바다. 부산 엑스 더 스카이 전망대 입장권을 선물로 드립니다. IOB와 함께하는 품격 있는 선물. It's all yours, listeners.
It's time for quote unquote. Quote unquote.
Quote unquote, as I like to say.
And it's my turn today.
It is your turn.
Yeah. I'm going to bring you a quote a little bit about nature.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't get that a lot.
Because you know that I am a hippie. I don't think I'm a hippie actually. I think I'm just a person who loves nature.
Yeah.
I talk to my plants.
I guess you're a hippie in that sense.
Yeah.
Not like an
Yeah.
overall hippie.
Not an overall hippie.
Yeah.
No. I'm never about peace and love, man. I'm about sit down and stop it,
Yeah.
man.
And she will put up her fists if needed.
Yeah, like this. to show you my guns.
Yeah.
I would never condone violence of any kind. So I am a bit of a hippie. I think I would definitely have been in the movement had I been alive during its peak. However, I do love nature, and I was recently up at Kumgang
Oh.
and did I tell you this? They have new red clay paths, walking paths, where you can take your shoes off and walk around. And it's literally, it's so perfect for grounding and just gorgeous.
Wait, clay path. It's not like one of those like, trails with like the different like rock shapes built into the...
No.
Okay, so it's a clay
they
path.
have those too. But though this is like a clay, it's like mud. It's kind of, especially if it's been a bit rainy, it's like mud. And you can get yourself super like into it, but you take your shoes off, walk around, round and round in circles, and you can ground yourself into the earth. Anyway, it's fantastic.
Okay.
So I was doing that recently, and I just felt like this is what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to be wearing shoes. We're not supposed to be wearing clothes, although I am grateful that we are. But we are meant to live with nature
네.
and in nature and as part of nature, and everything in nature is has its place. And so I love this quote from Leonardo da Vinci. And Leonardo da Vinci said, "Nature is the source of all true knowledge."
Yeah, I mean, that's where everything comes from,
Right?
right?
Nature is the source of all true knowledge. And we think about the amount of stuff that we see and listen to and say and, read about or whatever on a daily basis. But there's nothing more real
Yeah.
than just going outside and sitting down and letting nature happen to us.
맞아요.
Just being in nature.
맞아요. Has there ever been a time you went to the mountains, I don't know, to the beach, to a forest, and not feel good?
No.
Yeah, it never happens because that's
Never.
why when you go back to nature, you're going back to like the fundamentals, I guess you could say, right? The foundation, the beginning of everything, just out there, outside.
Fundamentals.
Yeah.
You're mental if you don't have fun. But one of the things that I really love about this quote as well is that whenever you see, I don't know, a flower, and this is someone else's quote as well, but like a flower grows as it grows. It doesn't compete with anyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to do anything. It just inherently grows the way it's supposed to grow. And that's because nature. But we do all these things to change the way we live, to change the way we grow.
Yeah.
Things have become all about convenience.
맞아요.
And I think we should just take ourselves back to a simpler time. You know?
Especially with the speed that Korean society is moving in
Yeah.
right now. Yeah, I think just taking a step back, basking in nature
Yeah.
would do all of us some good.
And I think what nature does for us, not only does it make us healthier and happier, of course, but it also gives us a bit more perspective
Yeah,
on life.
맞아요. Nice. So the quote by Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah. Nature is the source of all true knowledge.
Well, there you go. So folks, I don't know, go to Kumgang Mountain,
Yeah.
take off your shoes.
Take off your shoes. I really recommend it. By the way, the cable car is closed on a Monday, but go to Kumgang Park and walk around, and you'll find there's actually two that I found. There's probably more because the park is huge.
Yeah.
There's two walking trails that I found just perfect and so nice to be in the trees as well, even when it's this hot weather, especially when it's this hot weather.
I think I'd enjoy that.
Yeah.
Going barefoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Nah. Folks, enjoy nature.
Yeah.
It's meant to be enjoyed, I feel
Take
like.
wet wipes.
Yeah.
Clean your feet after because you do get dirty.
네,
Oh.
감사합니다. It is time to wrap up our show today.
It is indeed. The final song is my request, Fairground by Simply Red, because nature is our original fairground. Yeah. Go and
Speaking of the
enjoy it.
fair,
But it's free.
I want a fried pickle.
맛있겠다.
네.
Anyway, today's show produced by Min Soo Shin, written by Im Soo Jin, hosted by Laura McClicky.
And Minzu Shin. Folks, have a good night.
Night, night.
Bye.
It's always Wednesday, feels so good. Let's make amends like all good men should. Pleasure at the fairground. Walk around, be free and roam. There's always someone leaving alone. Leisure at the fairground on the way. And I love the thought of coming home to you, even if I know we didn't make it. Yes, I love the thought of giving hope to you, just a little ray of light shining through. Love can bend and breathe alone until the end it finds you at home. Don't care what the people may say. It's always friends that feel so good. Let's make a memory